Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Natasha and today I thought I would share with you guys some back to school essentials, whether you're a high school student, college student, university student, just things that you can get for like your dorm or your backpack or your apartment. I did make a small list here of just some things to keep in mind. I know everyone has like different like school supply lists and just kind of what you want to keep or have with you in general, but these are just some of, the things that I've gotten for my place and stuff like that, because I am moving for college. I got 2 years left. Some helpful tips that I thought I would share with you guys. I'm not going to go ahead and blabber that much for the intro, but if you do want to stick around for my videos, feel free to subscribe. I appreciate your support. I do a bunch of like lifestyle content, beauty, just a little bit of here and there, some vlogs, some traveling. So if you'd love to stick around, join the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and comment down below what kind of other videos you guys want to see in the future, or if you just want to say hi, I'd love to see that as well. So let's go ahead and get on to it. So since obviously most of the schools and everything now are going more on to like the digital phase and AI and everything like that, I do think that for sure having a good tablet or laptop is definitely very useful. I do know that sometimes like even in high school, and I think honestly in colleges now too, you can probably like rent or like lease out a laptop if you can't afford one, because they can be expensive. Do also look on like Craigslist or like Apple Refurbished or Best Buy. Sometimes there's some pretty good deals out there. And then for an iPad, like I have one too. If you do like digital note taking, then I would suggest getting an iPad, and also an Apple Pencil. The one that I got specifically, I think this is like the 10th generation one. You had to use like the old Apple Pencil, which I don't know, I guess it's kind of an inconvenience because like it's just kind of a harder way to like charge it, and it's just a little like there's just some extra steps. Hopefully that's not how it is now. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not totally on to the digital note-taking phase yet. I love to use pen and paper, but for sure if you are, GoodNotes is a really good app. If you have an iPad, then Apple Pages is also really good. I think there's also like a Microsoft Notes app that people really like. But yeah, definitely like experiment with like a bunch of different apps and programs and like see which one you like more. Some of them have subscriptions as well, so not all of them are free. So definitely keep that in mind as well. And like another thing with like technology is like getting a good pair of like headphones. These are like the AirPods. I think these are like the 2nd generation. I don't know. They've been going for a few years and they're still really good. Even like the noise canceling like over the ear headphones are really good too. I have like a Beats like studio, I think they're studio headphones. Those are really good too. I love wearing those to the gym, but like for everyday use, or if you're using like your laptop or something, I do recommend like some Apple AirPods or just any kind of headphones. Even like the plug-in ones are really good. I definitely miss when Apple used to give a pair of headphones with like every phone or like iPod that you used to buy. Can we bring those back? Now let's like stick down to the list. Oh, also is like protective cases, because I would hate to like, it's happened to me where I've broken my laptop or just something happens, even your phone. Like have a good protective case. You never know when it can drop, where it's gonna drop, and it's just gonna really suck if you have to get it repaired or buy a new whole item, because it's expensive nowadays. Next up, for like the stationery section, you can definitely get very creative with this. Or also just, I mean, if your school has like a specific school supply list, then stick to it. But I wanted to talk more in depth about like the planners and pens and stuff like that. So I personally love like an academic student planner where it's based on like subjects, and it's really hard for me to find one like that. I was finally able to find one on Amazon. I don't know exactly which one this was. It took me a very long time. I used one last year by, I think it was like your Zykoto. I really don't want to butcher the name. But I just think it was too small because I kind of have like larger handwriting. I wanted a bigger one, but this is what it looks like. You can see it's just kind of like broken down by like subject, and I really like that. But definitely go for the layout that really works best for you, because staying organized, time management, and just being on top of like your to-dos, your homework, projects, exams, stuff like that is really key to be successful. So definitely get a good planner. And again, like if you have big handwriting or whatever, or you tend to write a lot, go for a bigger planner. If not, get like a little pocket sized one. Either way, as long as it can like fit in your backpack, you're good to go. Okay, and then for pens, so again, as I mentioned, I love to like take notes kind of the old-fashioned way. So I love to use just like a notebook. So I love the Pentel Energel pens. Those are really, really good. They don't smudge. And I've been using them, I think, for the past like 2 years of like college, and yeah, I absolutely love taking notes with them. They're super smooth, they're pigmented, the ink is great. Really I love Papermate pens as well, or like even just like the cheap Bic like ballpoint pens are amazing. I don't really think you have to spend that much money in pens, but I do suggest investing more in like a good black ink pen if you tend to write a lot of notes. So just saying. And then I'll insert some like pictures of the different pen brands that I really love. Also for highlighters, I do love like the Zebra mild liner highlighters. Those are really good. They don't smudge. Sharpie has some really good ones, even like with a little clear window, which like helps you highlight better. Yeah, you can get pastel colors, you can get bright colors, do whatever you fancy. But yeah, so I thought I would just touch a little bit on stationery. Okay, next is a good backpack. As a college student, I'll definitely say the North Face backpack is definitely a good option. I got my hands on the, I think it's the Borealis backpack, just because I need it to fit my 15-inch MacBook. So I'm really excited to use that. North Face is really good. JanSport obviously has really good quality backpacks. I've been using them for years. Like if you have a specific laptop size, definitely look into that. And then Ziva has a good laptop sleeve to keep your laptop nicely protected. Tote bags are also really big now. I do think that they're very cute. At the moment, I'm just sticking to a backpack because I love being hands-free. I feel like a shoulder bag. I'm always like pulling it up onto my shoulder all the time. But yeah, I know like the Longchamp one's really popular. There's a Coach one that's popular. And a few other brands. I've even seen like a bunch of other girls get ones off of like Shein that are still pretty good quality. I mean, Bag Smart is really good. Definitely find one that's really comfortable on your shoulder. And then again, if you're carrying like a laptop or an iPad, make sure that everything fits. Water bottles are really good, especially in college when you're going from class to class or you're being on campus all day. Having a refillable water bottle is definitely very handy. I currently have a Stanley. I don't know if I'm just going to be carrying it all day, because it doesn't really fit in like the backpack side pocket. Owala is really good. Hydro Jug. There's Hydro Flask that I know a lot of people love. The Yeti water bottles, and really just kind of anything. Honestly, anything that's gonna keep your water or your drinks really nice and cold and just last all day. Definitely invest in one. Okay, next up is emergency kit. So for all my girls out there, I think it's so helpful to have like a small pouch that even just has like feminine hygiene products, maybe some makeup setting spray, some powder, some lip gloss, some lip balm, hand lotion, hand sanitizer, hair ties, maybe some body spray or perfume if you really like, some gum, really just, oh, and maybe like some band-aids too, just anything, you know, you never know when you're gonna need something, or deodorant if it's like a hot day. So I definitely suggest having a good emergency kit in your bag as well. Okay, so the next few items I think are really good if you are going into college and maybe you have a dorm or like a small apartment. One of them I've heard is an air purifier or like a humidifier, which is really good because there's a lot of bacteria, germs, and it's really good to just have good clean air so that you're not getting sick all the time. So like an essential oil diffuser, I really love this one. I got it from Amazon on like Prime Day. I think it was like $20. I put like some eucalyptus essential oil and it smells so good. So if you live in a dorm, getting like a laundry bag is also like a really good idea, especially if like the laundry rooms are on like a certain floor. You put all your laundry in a bag, you know, take it downstairs. I also know that getting like a little wagon or like a cart has been helpful. I've heard a few students say that that's like a really helpful thing, so definitely look into that. Also, having things like shower shoes or like a caddy, you're gonna need those in dorms as well, especially for the communal bathrooms. And I also do think like a robe that like wraps around really nicely is nice, especially if you're walking like from your room to like the communal bathrooms and you know just want to be comfy. The next thing is comfortable shoes. So I recently invested in getting the New Balance 530s, and I've been wearing them for like about a week and my feet don't hurt. I just went to orientation like last week and I was on my feet all day long. My feet didn't hurt. I mean, I was tired, but my feet didn't hurt. I've had other sneakers before that weren't, I would say, as expensive, and they didn't really do the same thing. So I do say, if you can, is invest in good walking shoes, especially if you are walking on campus all day long, or if you're on your feet all the time. Definitely do that, because just take care of your feet. It really sucks to like be super tired and then have your feet hurt at the end of the night. So yeah. Okay, and then also having gear for weather. So especially if you're moving to like college or whatever, definitely look at like what kind of weather you're moving into. Like right now it's summer and it's not that bad and you kind of just don't think about it, but like maybe you're gonna need a raincoat, maybe you're gonna need an umbrella if you're walking around campus. Same thing in high school. Like honestly, there's so many times where it just kind of like rained on a random day and everybody wishes they had a hood or they had an umbrella or some rain boots if like it really is raining wherever you're living. The next thing is like drawers and organizers. I do think is so helpful, especially like in dorms, small spaces. Getting like little plastic containers and just like putting them in a closet or under your bed or like beside your desk can actually hold a lot of things. I think Target was having like 20% off on like a bunch of storage containers and drawers and stuff, so definitely look into those as well. Okay, and then lastly, because I don't want to make this video too long, these are just some of the things that I just thought about on the fly that I think you should definitely have. Definitely comment down below if there's anything that I haven't mentioned already that could help somebody out. I do love to help. Last, I would say, is getting like lights, like fairy lights, or just any decor pieces for your place. Like if you're in a dorm or in an apartment, is honestly, you're there for at least a semester, at least a year, it doesn't matter. I think you should really try and make the place like really cozy, make it unique, make it yours, since it is your home away from home. All right, so that covers everything that I wanted to talk about in this little back to school essentials video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you found something helpful. Maybe it reminded you to get something on your shopping list, or things to look into like investing in the future. And again, if there's anything that I haven't mentioned already in this video for like supplies or like things to get for your place or for college, definitely comment them down below. You're gonna help someone out. Maybe you're gonna help me out because I'm also in the moving process as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the next one. Bye.